Hi everyone, Stacy from Dies to Die For. Welcome to the Love Volume event. I want to show you real quick a few new dies first before we move on to our card kits. But these are our January release dies. We did the You're the Bomb with the explosion background. We're going to be using those on a card today. The You're the Balm, that's a lot of fun. This one is not new, the Lipstick Kisses, but I put it there because it goes really well with that die. Let me show you a card I made with it real quick. Then we have our mailbox. Our pumpkin flower and our pumpkins are not new, but we put them up there because we didn't get a chance to show you those at the last volume event, and they've been really popular. They're a lot of fun. Our boards, our scarecrow was not new, but we didn't show you that. Our new envelopes, and then we do finally have our hunting ones in, and then we have started making more slimline dies. We're going to be doing one slimline die a month for the rest of the year. Right now we currently have 8 slimlines. All right, let's get started on our card kit, and then I'll talk to you about a few other things. I want to get started on the card kit because I was a little ambitious again, and these are going to take us a little while. Okay, for any of you who have the kit, get your card number 1 out. That one is going to be the You're the Bomb card. And then hopefully those of you who bought the dies have done the prep work. Okay, we are going to start. Our slimline is a 4 by 8.5 today. And then we have our A2 size, our 4 1/4 by 5.5. I already adhered my green piece down and I inked the edges with gray ink. I did a lot of prep work on this kit because we do have 6 cards to get through really fast. And then this, I cut out the explosion background in 3 different colors: the red, the blue, and the yellow. Then with my original card, for some of these, I took the gray and inked around the edges. You don't have to completely ink it, just do it in a few spots. Kind of highlight it. Don't forget to get on the inside of it a little bit. Then I'm going to take my layers and lay them down as I go. And then all of you that got the kit, you only have for your A2 and your slimline, if you got the kit combined, there's only 1 set of each of these, because 1 set of each is enough to make both cards. Do around the edge of this one really quick. And then just fit those right in there. And I forgot to tell you, these I cut out with my explosion background still connected together, so you get the more frame look instead of the matte look. Then I'm just going to set the pieces that I don't need aside for my slimline while I'm going along. And you can do the colors in whatever order you want. Okay, now I need a red. Just make sure that you're varying your colors. Or making a pattern, I guess you would say. Okay. How's everybody doing out there today? Am I speaking loud enough? I'm trying to work on my volume. My volume as in speaking, not my volume shows. Okay, we need the blue, let's see, in this size. This explosion background, I have not made one yet, but it would make a good spider web too. We will make one towards Halloween time. Okay, this yellow one. And Evan is trying to monitor your questions. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. We also should have a couple of our design team members on there to answer questions too, and maybe my husband. Okay, now what do I need for the center? A blue for the center? Where's my little blue center? I don't know where it is right now, so we are just gonna, okay, once I get those inked, then I'm just gonna hold them all down and just put some adhesive in different spots. Okay, that should be about enough. I like to put adhesive on them all at once because it saves a little bit of time. The show special is it's 25% off the Dies to Die For line. Through it, that 25% off was good yesterday and today. Tomorrow through next Friday, the 5th, it will go to 20% off. So hurry and order today so you get the extra 5% off. And then, as always, it's free shipping on orders over $50. I'm just making a mess with my glue today. Don't mind me. These matte pieces you're just going to put right centered right in the middle. If I didn't say that. Okay, I did not find my little blue piece, but I really don't need it because you're going to cover up the center with the word. First, I'm going to put my little sparklers down. This is the background for our sparkler die. Right there it is. And then I didn't show you the You're the Bomb. Here's the You're the Bomb with the shadow, the word, and a few different little bombs. I'm not really a big Valentine's person I'm not really into cutesy love cards. So one of our design team members asked me if I would do the You're the Bomb die, and I thought that's perfect for me for Valentine's Day. Probably because I'm a boy mom. I need ideas for boy cards. Okay, then you're just going to take your 3 sparklers. I went around them with the gray ink. Evan's getting uncomfortably close to me, so I'm thinking that he wants something. What is it? I have a question? Okay, just put your little explosion pieces on there. Then we're going to take 3 of our bombs. And put them right in the middle of the explosions. Or not the explosions, the sparkler piece, I guess. Different kind of explosion. Then I took the You're the Bomb word and I put it on the shadow part. And then I put some pop dots on them. Put that right in the middle there. See, that card's pretty quick and simple to make. It looks more complicated than what it is. Now, I'm going to show you what I did different on the slimline card, since we sold quite a few slimline sets. I originally was not going to show you too much on the slimline cards, but what's my time, Ev? Not answering, Ev.
What?
So what's my time?
26.
Okay. This slimline card I made 4 inches tall so you could fit more of the explosion on. Then I just took my leftover pieces and I tried to vary them side to side. Like the big blue piece I put on this side, the big yellow piece I'm going to put on this side. Because obviously stacking them like we did on the slimline really, or on the A2 really doesn't work on a slimline. Then you're just going to keep doing that with all the leftover pieces that you have. Some of them, this one I didn't put ink on. Some of them I inked, and some of the pieces I didn't, to do a little more variation. These red pieces I did not ink. Is everyone who has the card kit or the dies following along? Am I going too fast? If I am, sorry, I really can't help it because I'm trying to get through all of these cards so I can show you our new February release dies, if we can get to it. I think that's on my original card, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's about all I use. Then I use some of the little pieces just to fill in some spots so they weren't so empty. Put this one over here. This blue one over here. Okay. And we're going to do our little sparklers again. And this card, we have 4 of them on it. Just put it right in the center. The glue right in the center. Are there any questions I can answer for them, Ev, while I'm... Nope. Everybody's doing pretty good out there. Oh, I did forget to show you guys on this A2 card. I took the little bombs and I put them right in the center of the O. You can also put them in the center of the O up here if you'd like. That's why I included a couple extras in your kit, like that. And what's my time looking like, sir? Time, Evan?
29. And you popped out the bomb on your bomb.
Did what?
On your bomb, did you pop out the bomb?
No, I did not. You could, that would be cute. And then these little sparkler pieces, you're gonna have a big piece in the center, so you kind of want them to show, so keep them out as much as you can. Dang it. Put that piece, and then for the slimline card, I only put a bomb on 2 of the pieces. Well, now my bomb's missing. Oh well. You get the idea. Then, for the word on this, in your kits, you guys should have 2 pieces of the craft foam that I cut out, and then the word, I layered them all together. because I wanted it popped up, and to put pop dots behind those words, it's a little difficult. So I use the craft foam instead. And then for the center here, you have a piece from the explosion background where I took them apart and I cut out the mat. Let me see. Put a little bit of glue on this craft foam. And this craft foam, if you're using glue on it, it does take you have to hold it down for a minute to get it to hold really, really well. I guess it would depend on the kind of glue you're using, but hold it down. Then this piece. Evan, I need some more pop dots, sir.
Okay.
Look at that, I found my little blue piece. Okay, once that's down, I'm going to stick it right in the center of the yellow explosion piece that I cut out. And then Evan is getting me some more pop dots. Never mind. I'll just show you guys this actually. Don't mind these. These are really nasty and dirty. But when I have pop dots and they come on a big sheet like this and I have extra pieces left over, I am Dutch and I do not like to waste pieces. So I just go ahead and use these pieces of foam, especially if it's something bigger like this mat, that I can stick them on. And excuse these pop dots, they're in pretty rough shape. I've had this particular one for years, and they go in and out of my bag, and my girls play with them. It's your tip of the day. Use as much of the foam pieces from the pop dots as you can, because you're paying for it anyway. So use it. Okay. It's nice and messy, but nobody will ever see it unless they want to take your card apart. Put that right in the middle. There you go. There's your slimline You're the Bomb card. Now, let's move on to card number 2, which should be a little bit less complicated, maybe. I'm gonna switch my paper out because I have adhesive all over that one. Okay, for this next card, I did the love card with our crayon hearts and our rickrack pieces. I already I already adhered my 2 matte pieces, which this slim line is 3.5 by 8.5, and my A2 card is 4.25 by 5.5. So I adhered the gray pieces down, I inked them with a pink, and then for the A2 card, I used our basic rectangles, and I cut out, I think it's the 3rd size, I cut out. It winds up being about, I think, 4 inches by, or 3 3/4 by 5, I believe it is, that rectangle. So if you don't have that, you can just cut it out. And then this one, I just cut the white piece 1/2 inch smaller than what my card was. Okay, now that we have that down, then I cut our rickrack pieces. Here's one of our rickrack pieces, the medium size, out in pink, and I inked the edges. I inked the edges of the white before I laid it down too. Let me get my sample cards out of the way. Then for the A2 size, I used either 2 small hearts or 2 medium hearts. Some of you have small in your kit, some of you have medium. And then this little piece, we're not going to be using those on the cards, but I included them in everyone's kits because it's the center of these hearts, and I think they're so cute. They make good accent pieces on cards, so use those on whatever you'd like. I just didn't have the heart to throw them away. Okay, this love word is from our new Valentine's seasonal word set. I don't know where the love is, but we have, this is Valentine's, and then you have the different love letters, chocolate, sweetheart, and then they have the shadows with them. And if you're not familiar with our seasonal words, we have winter words, summer, fall, spring, holiday. They all are the same size and they all work together. Okay. We also have the add-ons that have the things like happy, you, I, day, that all work. They're all the same size, so you can mix and match any of those. Then we have the Easter ones coming out. Okay, Evan says I have to get going. So this one, I'm probably not going to show you the slimline card, just the A2, because the slimline is almost the same. Put some glue on the back of those hearts. And this one was a little more difficult to get the hearts lined up than I thought it would be. I'm just going to glue all of my pieces, because I really want to get to that last card. Okay, now just take your rickrack piece. And I'm using glue that dries clear, so if I get it on the rickrack piece or move my pieces around, it doesn't matter, you're not going to see it once it dries. What am I using? I'm using the art glitter glue. Just line them up kind of on there where you think you're going to want them. Weave this piece in there. Then lay them down on there just like that. You're going to take your love word and put it right down in the corner. There you go. And these don't have to be perfect. They're meant to look random and just thrown down. Now, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to show you really quick. The only difference that I did on the slimline is I took 2 pieces of the rickrack, and then I figured out where my hearts were going to be, and where I butted these 2 pieces together, I made sure it was right under where a heart came together, or a heart was laying. Then I put the medium pieces and the small pieces. So I did 5 hearts on this card. And then I put the love right down in the corner again. Just like that. Just so all of you who have the slimline card know how to do that. Okay, moving on. Our last card is our Valentine's Day card. For this card, this is a 4-inch slimline again, 4-inch by 8.5. And I cut out a brown mat. I've already adhered it down, and I inked in red on this card. And then I cut out a red piece. And what I did I cut the red piece the exact same size as the card. And then I took our rickrack pieces. We also have a rickrack border that you could use. That's just going to be this bottom piece. But I wanted to show you guys how to use the rickrack if you don't have the borders to make a border. So I just took that and lined it up. I taped it down onto my red and then ran it through my machine like that, and it gave me that edge. For the slimline, I did the exact same thing, but I ran it through like that, and it ends right there. And once that came out of the machine, I lined it up again. So I'm going over the pieces I already cut here a little bit, so that you're continuing the same wave. It's exactly in the same spot. And I glued that down, or taped it down, sorry, and ran it through again. And that gave me my wave edge on both pieces. And that was, for those of you who got the die kits, I just went ahead and cut this piece for you because it was too hard to explain in words how to, but I think I put another sample piece in there that you could practice that on. Okay, so this one, I wanted to make this look kind of like a stamp cancellation. So I took our rickrack pieces for our A2 card, and I cut them out in white, inked them in red. Time of?
You got 4 minutes left.
Okay, we got 4 minutes. We can do this card in 4 minutes, right? Evan said, why do you make your card kit so complicated? I said, because it's fun. What fun would it be not rushing myself and knowing that I could easily get through a card kit? Who wants to do that? I want to challenge myself. Challenge you guys. Okay, I'm going to put all 3 of these just across the card. Then the slimline is done the exact same way, except the rickrack pieces I used for that were the medium size. Oh, on the edge I should say I use the large size rickrack. We're going to get this glued down. And then while I'm doing this, for all of you who are not following us on YouTube yet, you should follow us on YouTube. I've been posting videos the whole month of December. I did a video a day because we did the 25 Dies of Christmas. So check those out. Those were a lot of fun. And then I've been posting videos every Tuesday and Thursday with different cards and tips. So if you like watching our videos on these events, be sure you check us out on there. Okay, after I put our basic heart down, then I used our box die, which was a new one, I think in November. Cut that out, and then I inked it all in red. The box die comes with an open box and a closed box. Those go with our wrapping paper dies that we did in December. Or no, November, that was November. Okay, some of the smaller basic hearts. Just put them in there, and then glue our box down. And then also I should show you guys the word quick before we're done, and then I'm going to set this aside because I really want to show you guys some of the new February 15th releases. So anybody who wants to stay a minute or two after with me or come back and watch it, I just want to be sure that I get it on there. Are there any questions though before time's up? The words, I cut out the Valentines from our love word set and the day from our add-ons. I cut them out in red and brown, and then I just layered them. I know that this set comes with a shadow, but I didn't want the really thick shadow on it. And there's that set. On the slimline, the only difference is I added a couple of the brown hearts. Okay, there are our card kits. And let me show you these really quick. Evan's really concerned with my time. But this is going to be our sled set, our little plastic sleds. We have an ice skate set coming. And then the winter trees. This will have a larger tree too that's about that big. A Mardi Gras mask. Our slim line for this month is going to be the wood window. And then we have a new pine needles, pine branch coming out. We have an icicle border. Then I want to show you guys these because this one, and where's my envelope at, bud? This one is going to be like our snow globe. It's going to be a card starter. So it's a teapot with our little cup. And then it has words that say time for tea. That one will be fun. No, I mean my big piece of envelope. Look in my bag. He's looking for my favorite die that's coming out, but He hasn't found it. Then this is our wreath builder. This piece, this is one of my favorite new ones coming. This piece you can use and cut it out in any color, and then just take your little pieces and build your wreath. Like I cut these pine needles out already. They're almost the size of a 12 by 12 paper.
It's not in here then.
Okay, somehow we lost our envelopes, so I'm not going to be showing you those today, I guess. But we are doing a die that will make a slimline envelope for all of you into the new slimlines. I think he found them. Okay. This is how you would use that to build a wreath, and then there's different ribbons that you can put on around that. There's a bow, there's a little sash, and also in that set comes a swag builder, this little piece, and you can just use that. These are just basically bases. Bases so you have something to glue onto, because I like to make swags and wreaths a lot, and I never have, I try to glue them together and it's a pain, so we wanted to do a set that you could just glue them on to the pieces. All right, that's what we have for the new ones, because he did not find the envelopes. But subscribe to our YouTube channel. As soon as we get the envelope die in, I will be doing a video just for that to show you how to use it. And the price point on that is going to be $25.99. So, yep, that's it. Much less than anything that's on the market right now. Okay, he found them real quick. So I'm going to show you really quick. I know I've kept you over. Okay, this is how it's going to cut out. You're going to fold your piece of paper in half and line the edge up on the edge of the die, roll it through, and then when it comes out, you will unfold it. Then you'll have this extra flap here that you just cut off, because you don't need that. Fold these. All of these edges will be score lines. Mine are cut through a little, but that's just because I had to cut it by hand. I didn't have the die to show you, but they will just be straight score lines. Okay, fold those pieces in, and then these little flaps on this side, you can cut those off if you want, or you could just glue them down. And then fold that in, fold those, and then fold your flap down. Easy as that to make a slimline envelope. We will be doing one in an A2 size eventually also, but I wanted to make sure to show you guys that, because we won't be seeing you again until the next volume event, April show. So look for this coming on our website on February 15th. Thank you for watching. Hope I didn't go through that kit too fast. And have a great day. Have fun with the rest of your volume events. And Kate, thank you so much for all the hard work you put into this event. We really enjoy them.